Oh. Excuse me. Hello. Well, now that you're here, let's do a little something different on Moloko ASMR. So, we try and give you tingles in a variety of ways. And I do that mainly using my voice, okay? And as you might hear, my voice isn't doing quite as good as it could have. I haven't done any warm-ups, and that's sort of the point here. What I do to fix my voice before a video, sometimes I do warm-ups, sometimes I don't. But what I do, almost unfailingly, every time, is have a vocal tea. First of all, let me have some water. Ooh. Okay. What's vocal tea? Well, let me get some more of this meatloaf because it's just too good. But, well, in the meantime, we can heat up some water. It's one of the best things about making tea is you gotta wait. So when we start the water, we get just enough for what we're looking for today. Let's see. This cup here, I feel so free, by the way, with this lavalier mic. It's a lot of fun. That's gonna get loud. I'll level it out for you. This cup is about 16 ounces. I'm gonna fill it up about 2/3. So that's about 10, 11 ounces. That's gonna go pretty quick. So let's get the rest of the stuff we need. Oh, I sound so bad. Okay, so we need I use an infrared thermometer because I'm insane. I use a timer because you gotta be accurate if you wanna make good tea every time. Don't oversteep it. Even when it's herbal, it can be a problem. It's probably least important when you're using spices like we're gonna use, but still an issue. And what sort of tea am I making? Celestial Seasonings, Bengal Spice. It sells really well, probably because there's a beautiful tiger and a lot of beautiful colors right on the cover. But I buy it because I love cinnamon and ginger and overall the natural sweetness it has. How is it sweet? I don't know, but there's no sugar, so here we go. One bag in the cup. I'm gonna set my timer for kind of a long duration. You might be surprised, but I don't go over this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minutes. Okay. Put that there. Close our tea box. The water's almost boiling. And I still got some meatloaf left here, so, you know, we're gonna really test out how good vocal tea can be. Now, why do I call it vocal tea? Well, there's one thing I haven't mentioned yet, and that is the lemon. Don't worry, we got time for that. It's at room temperature, and you want to keep your tea brewing nice and hot. Here it goes. Okay, pour it straight in. Super fresh boil. Start that timer. It's a little over. We got about 12 ounces going. Timer's running. We got time to meander. All right. Well, I need to take care of this lemon. Be right back. Here we got our lemon. Maybe move away for some more unsightly things. Let's see if you can see me cut up this lemon here. It's not a big deal, but, you know, something to watch that's not too bad while we do this whole thing. All right, so here's our rinsed lemon, just in case there's any chemicals we don't want. I just play it safe. It's easier that way. And then what you want to do, honestly, what I do is I cut out just like halfway down the lemon and then at an angle. I'll try and face the camera here. Watch me cut my finger. And then you have a pretty healthy slice. This is about 1/8 of a medium lemon. It's a good amount of lemon. You can have a little less, a little more. This is a good aim. Okay, so now when you hold it up to the sun or some good light, you'll notice, even though this isn't very good light, that there's seeds there. So you can take the end of this knife or a fork and just pop those out straight into the trash. I'm doing that. Be right back. All right, beautiful. There's about 3 seeds in there. If you think you're done, hold it up to the sun again and see if there's any more seeds. So, let's see how much time we have left. A little under 7 minutes. 6:45. Okay, so, let's store the rest of our lemon while we're chilling here. All right, and I've picked a lovely little Tupperware. Cut the remainder of the lemon in half so I can squeeze it in. Boom. Pop that in the fridge. You're good to go for the next at least week, probably up to 2 weeks. Lemons keep a long time because they're highly acidic, hence keeping away bacteria naturally. Boom. Okay, now I got 5.5 minutes. We can do a little cleaning while we're here. Let's rinse these bad boys off. Okay, about 4 minutes left. Now, what am I gonna do for 4 minutes? I got the slice of lemon chilling here. I got my tea going. I'm ready to read the temperature. Let's talk about the temperature in a little bit. First, we're gonna talk about the elements of vocal tea. I haven't exactly told you fully what vocal tea is yet. All right, so in my research of vocal folds / vocal cords, there's a few things that your voice wants to be warmed up and healthy. Now, to keep the mucus, which I have right now, out of the way, now first of all, what forms that word? Mostly sugar and dairy. So like milk, it's kind of one of the worst things you can have. You know, have all the milk you want, but if you want to prepare yourself before sounding good for whatever reason, this is a good way to do it. Okay, so vocal tea involves, well, let's go back a little. We need water. The biggest thing that you need for a good sounding voice is water. And now this is astounding. The body, it lubricates your vocal folds after like every other organ. Look it up in your body. So that means that you have to be very hydrated to have proper lubrication of your vocal folds. Tip-top lubrication going on to sound good. It's true. In the same vein, you want to avoid things that take water out of your cells or body, or whatever it is. Basically, anything that dehydrates you. Alcohol and caffeine, one of the top 2. We're having tea, but it's not literally tea. It's herbal tea, or herbal tisane, Tisane. Now, an herbal tea means that the tea plant isn't there, and there's no caffeine. That's the important part here. So a vocal tea isn't a tea, but it's just easier to call it that. Now, what sort of herbal tea should you have? There are some that are good for your voice, but more or less, the most important thing is that you're avoiding the caffeine. I use cinnamon and ginger-based things because I like the taste, and it lowers inflammation of joints and generally in your body and pain, and yeah, that's why I like it. I mean, I'm sure you could do chamomile, and there would be no harm in that. And that's the big thing, avoid the caffeine. Okay, so herbal tea, number 1. There are 2 other major elements to a vocal tea recipe. One is the lemon. The acid counteracts the base in the milk or dairies or whatever that gave you the mucus in your body, and it burns it out. And yeah, you got to be willing, after having some acid in your system, to purge the M word by getting it out. So feel free to expel it All right. Yeah, if you want to enjoy dairy and you want to sound really good, oh, there's the timer. You got to have a little bit of sacrifice. Okay, what's number 3? Number 3 is honey. Honey is something that protects your vocal folds. It coats them. I don't know exactly how it works, but it does. Taking the top off. Got my handy dandy tea strainer here. You can use a fork, it works plenty great. I just like having mine around so I don't have to use a fork in the meantime. So somebody else can use a fork, right? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, pop that in the trash. Okay, our tea is brewed. We can do a little mixing of it here, but I suppose that's best done after you put all the ingredients together. So there's the tea. We need the lemon and the honey. Okay, pop the lemon straight in. Oh, squeeze it first, that's fun. So you squeeze it, let it drip a little bit. Don't go too fast, it'll spray everywhere. Drop it in. You can use your little tea clampers, tongs if you will, won't you? To squeeze the lemon out and leave, this is key because it gives you even more nutrients and good stuff. Leave the peel in. It will brew the peel afterwards because it's still pretty hot. Very cool. Now the honey. You can use any honey you want. I'm not going to get elitist about this. How much honey do you want to put in? Not too much, but enough. You can feel that out. It depends on your taste, and I guess how lubricated you need to make your vocal cords. Sure. So, I got everything in there, squeezed out, dispersed, and now I'm just going to stir it up with a spoon. Now mind you, you can also squeeze this stuff with a spoon, but especially in the case with the lemon, it slides all over the place. That's why I use the tea tongs for it. But you can squeeze out a tea bag quite easily with a spoon. It does a great job. It's all mixed up. Boy, I feel ugly as far as my voice is concerned. But wait, I'm going to enjoy the tea. That is a good balance. You may have noticed me slurping. That's to cool the tea. What I do to check, good. So, it's reading at 62, 63 Celsius. It's probably about 5 degrees more than that. So I'm about 2 degrees over something that may be, well, cancerous. About at 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 degrees Celsius is where, according to my research, hot liquids are not very good for you. As the aforementioned word, I should say. Yep, cancer. Don't drink stuff that's too hot. And if you do, slurp it so it cools before you swallow it. Slurping is also a legitimate technique to aerate whatever you're tasting. In the case of beverages, I'm feeling better already. Now you're going to need to drink at least half this stuff with a nice good slice of lemon and honey and everything. Also, the warm liquid itself kind of melts the M word down. Some of it goes down and some of it, well, you want to get it out. Because that stuff is getting in the way of you sounding good. Okay, so let's vibrate the vocal cords. I'm going to do just a little bit of warm up before I end the video for you. You want to vibrate your chords kind of at a low, not as low as you can go, but close. Go down, which is very easy to go low tone, and then gradually, while you continue the vibration, raise your head. This stretches the vocal cords, just like ligaments or muscles. It's very important, helps your voice. Let's try it again after another sip. Okay, here we go. And I feel my voice slipping at around here, so I'm going to keep it there. I don't need to go any higher because it's just going to break. So I'm going to try it a couple more times, and it should get better pretty quick. Better already. I can go a little higher. Excellent. Okay, so it is literal and figurative, the phrase warming up your vocal cords. One of the things that's also bad for your voice is, let's see, there's lack of water, right? So dehydration. And then the other big one is temperature. So you can freeze up your vocal cords with something that's too cold. Ice water, not great for your voice. Probably perfectly fine for everything else. I am not a doctor. I am enjoying the heck out of that taste. Let's do a couple more warm-ups. I'm feeling better already. This is such a quick warm-up. I'm glad I'm showing you guys this process. It's a lot of fun. I can almost stretch all the way up while keeping about the same tone. That's a great sign. For most purposes, that's all you need. I'm not Celine Dion. Or whoever is on The Voice lately. Anybody watch The Voice? I don't. What's the last reality TV I really liked? British Bake Off, something like that. It's starring Noel Fielding, and that's most of the reason I watch it. I'm a Noel Fielding fan. He used to play in Mighty Boosh, for instance. Okay, so my voice is feeling a lot better. I finished almost 2/3 of the tea. I'm going to finish 2/3, and then I'll send you on your way. Now, you may be wondering, is it okay to, if I really care about the sound of my voice, to have all this dairy and then just keep having to fix it with warm liquids, not containing caffeine, with acids and honey? Yes, and maybe no. Judging on my experience with this over the past few months, it's probably ideal to keep dairy more or less out of your diet, or at least as far away from the point of day that you will be competing. This was a really big challenge for the vocal tea, okay? I just had some thick milk. This is extra protein. And some meatloaf with cheese in the middle. This was supposed to be difficult for the vocal tea to fix, but I do feel much better already. Oh, I can't stop drinking. This might be the only thing that's close to especially the beginning of the video. Mukbang, however you say it. The eating sounds ASMR you guys will ever get from me. But I'll tell you what, if I get to be big time, lots of subscribers, and a fair amount of money's coming my way, I'm doing this full time, I will definitely stretch my talents for you. Okay, so what do you need to make the vocal tea? You need the cup, you need some hot water, you need some sort of tea strainer, a fork and spoon, if nothing else. You don't need a tea tong, that's cool though. The temperature is also a sort of bonus. Just try and slurp it until you're comfortable swallowing. That's the main thing. Your body is actually really good at telling what temperature it wants to swallow liquids at, okay? So then you need ingredients for the tea, the herbal tea itself, maybe already on these fingers, and then the lemon and the honey. Anyway, without doing a ton of planning, I think this was a pretty sweet video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Subscribe, love me, you know, all that crap. Cheers.